Dave here with Half Dozen Customs. And my cutoff wheel died. So I normally get my stuff. They're Central Pneumatics from Harbor Freight. They're like a $12 angle grinder, die grinder tool. Sometimes they're hit or miss for 12 bucks. Sometimes they're broken right out of the box. Sometimes you get a couple of months out of them. You know, I've had a couple of them last couple of years. It's really hit or miss with those. But I went up to Harbor Freight to get some new ones. I was just going to buy a whole bunch of them so that I had stock in them. And they were sold out of them. And not only were they sold out of the $12 ones, but they were sold out of the $20 ones, and they were sold out of the $60 ones. So they didn't have any die grinders or cutoff wheels up there. So I ended up, we went up to Lowe's to get the pipe stuff for me to do the sump pump, and I found a Kobalt up at Lowe's. It's a little more expensive. I think it was right around $70 for him. A little more than I like to spend, but you know what I spend on these Central Pneumatic ones from Harbor Freight. You know, I could have bought one of these. So hopefully, you know, I'll give this thing a run for its money, and we'll see how long it lasts. I know I had one that I had bought from Mako that I had for probably 12 years or so. I know I gave it back to the guy on the Mako truck to see if they could fix it, and he's like, this thing's ancient. He's like, we don't even carry these anymore. He's like, there's nothing I can do for you. So I ended up having to, you know, bite the bullet and buy one of these. I've never owned a Kobalt before, so I don't know how good they are, or, you know, if it'll handle the work that I put it through, but we're gonna find out. And it's got a 3-year warranty on it, so hopefully, you know, hopefully it lasts. Hopefully it's a good tool. And if it's, you know, if it lasts me and it's worth it, I'll go buy more of them, because, you know, buying the stuff through Harbor Freight, it seems like I'm there every couple months replacing them. So let's get this thing opened up and get it put together. I also ordered some new fittings for the rest of my tools. I know the last couple videos that I made, it was just a giant air leak constantly while I was working. It's annoying for me. I'm sure it's annoying for you guys in the video. So we're gonna replace a couple of fittings too, and make hopefully make the air leak stop. I think, you know, we'll see. I'm just gonna test it out first and see, but I'm almost positive what's causing the leak is the fitting on the airline. I don't buy the most expensive fittings, because I've found, yeah, the more expensive ones, they do last longer, but you still end up having to replace them quite often, especially with how much I use them. So instead of spending, you know, $120 or $200 on a box of really good fittings, I get these off of Amazon, and it's 30 pieces for like 30 bucks. And they last, you know, I think the last time I replaced this, it was probably 6 months ago, so I got 6 months out of this. You know, that's not too bad. I'm okay with that. So, but let's get a couple things changed out here and see if we can get back to work on this Jeep. I'd like to get these patches in and move on from there. I think the next thing I'm going to do when I get these patches out is I'm going to pull the front clip off, and we're going to pull the motor and trans out of this. and we're going to get the, it's going to leave my premises for a little while it gets the new motor test fitted and fit properly. See if we got to cut out any of the floorboards or the firewall or anything like that, to make the new motor fit. My buddy that owns the truck, he does not think that is going to be the case. He thinks that everything should fit okay by the measurements that he's took already. But we shall see. Wrong one. Let's try this one. Winner chicken dinner. So we'll see. While it's gone, I think I'm gonna work on that one fender. I gotta get the inside still all welded up. I haven't got the inside of that fender welded yet, so I think that's gonna be that's gonna be the next step, is getting that done. Be a new tool. I have so many of these little wrenches like this in my toolbox. I always got to search through them to see which one's for which. It's nice. This one's got this little locker button on here. I've never had one with that little locker button. I guess it's nice for changing out the bits and all that good stuff. Looks like it's probably a good quarter of an inch longer than this one. Hopefully it won't cause too much of an issue getting into tighter spaces. I like that guy's so small I can fit him into tight places and cut around corners with them. Let's see if we can get that guy. Remember to throw him away, not get him back in the toolbox. Do that every once in a while, and then you go to change it out and just change it out to a bad one again. That's always fun. get the compressor fired up and check it and see, make sure we got no air leaks anywhere. And then I'll have to check a couple of the older tools and make sure that they don't leak, and if they do, then I'll have to put a new nail fitting on those. So I'll be right back after the compressor's full. Don't go nowhere. Okay, got the air compressor filled up. So I just want to check and, you know, make sure nothing really leaks. He's not leaking. Feels good. I like this new trigger setup instead of these old ones, where it's kind of in the middle. This seems like it's way nicer, easier to move. Let's just check, see if air leaks are gone. He was leaking real bad last time. We'll just check another one. You got a little bit of a leak, but looks to me like it might be coming from the tool itself. Another Harbor Freight tool. So cool. I think we fixed the air leak. And we got the new tool. Just have to oil it. I always oil my tools, but I recently ran out of air tool oil. And I believe that the mistake I made, I remember, like, way back in the day, I used to use something else as, you know, if I ran out of air tool oil, I could always grab something else, and I thought it was trans fluid. Could be wrong. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've been out of air tool oil. But I put trans fluid in this thing, and it died like a couple hours later. So I don't know if it was the trans fluid that did that. You know, maybe I should just use motor oil in it. I don't know, but at least it was just a, you know, $12 disposable tool that got broken. But when I picked this up, I picked up another thing of air tool oil. So I will see you guys later. Have a good day. Remember, like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. I'm out.
Oh.